Hey everyone, welcome back to AI with Pallavi. Ready to learn another AWS service in just 10 minutes? Let's get started. Let's learn Amazon Textract. Textract is an AWS managed document intelligence service. It's not just an OCR, it actually extracts the structure. So, what makes it different from old school OCR is it understands the form, understands the tables, understands the layout as well. There are majorly two execution modes, sync and async. Sync for single page quick calls, asynchronous for multi page PDFs up to 500 MB. Now, Textract actually reads characters, not only that, but also reads the document. So, let's go ahead and see what are the different features of Amazon Textract. Majorly, Textract has 6 different APIs and just under one service. You don't have to manage any particular model, no ML training. It is already pre-trained on multiple docs and also it's production ready. Now, what you can do is you can use the DetectDocumentText API. It's pure OCR, so it will just give you the text only. It's also the cheapest call in the suite because there are multiple calls and the pricing also differs. Now you could just give an PDF, just give an image, and it will detect all the text and give you that. Then we have analyzed documents. Now in analyzed documents, you get forms, tables, layouts, and queries. Basically, you get the data from the document. Also, you can run queries on that document. So you don't have to build a separate ingestion model, separate query transformation model, right? So it's an opt-in feature type. So each one adds a cost. So you have to understand whether you really need it or not. Then you have AnalyzeExpense API. Now it can return the vendor, total, date, tax, mostly the numerical features and majorly used for receipts and invoices. Then we have AnalyzeID for specifically built on identity docs like Aadhaar card, passports, right? Any specific ID which you need to analyze. So it can extract the first name, last name, date of birth, ID number, and few other verifications, right? So all that can be analyzed using AnalyzeID API. Then you have queries. So let's say you have given a document and you have analyzed that using Textract. And in that case, you can ask some queries as well, like ask in plain English. And you can just ask what was the amount, what was the date, and other details. So all that information can be retrieved. Then you have multi-page options as well. Let's say you have a bigger PDF and you want to invoke that in an asynchronous manner. So in that case, you can just send it. You can use the start AnalyzeExpense and get AnalyzeDocument. So basically, one API to start this process and the other API to get the result. So that's how easy. And these are the major features and APIs related to Amazon Textract. Now let's see what Amazon Textract console provides us. Just remember there are CLI commands as well which you can run and use these Textract API from. Now let's look at the first feature. So there are demos already available. You can go ahead, look at that, and you'll get a very good idea of the APIs which are being used. Now here you can see there is a document which we have provided. Now this document went through Textract and we got a specific result. We got the raw text, we got the layout. Now based on layout, you can see there are sections which are divided, what all sections exist, and that's how it has identified the different details. Then you can get the forms data as well in the form format. So you can see the different data is already being analyzed and you can see that particular data on the console. Then you have tables as well. So you can see multiple tables are automatically identified. This is the first table, then this is the second table, third table, fourth table. So all the tables can be extracted directly using this Amazon Textract. Then this is a very cool feature of queries. If you ask what is the YTD gross pay, or let me ask, okay, it has also suggested some of the questions as well, right? So let me ask what is the company name, and we'll see how it understands that and give that. So the model is so effective that it's able to analyze the data once it's extracted, right? So it has given the information around that. So this is how you can use Textract. You don't have to build your own model to extract the details or do the OCR. It is readily available. You can also extract signatures as well. If you see, there's a signature present here, and the signature can also be extracted, and you can use that for different features. Now there is also different types of documents which you can analyze. So that was a just basic document which can contain multiple fields. Then we have an expense type document. So the reason to have different APIs is that for specific type of document you can use a more dedicated model behind and the specific API. So this will give you better results. Now you can see that there are summary fields. What was the vendor, phone, name, address. So these labels are automatically created. Once you use expense, so automatically Textract knows that these are the things which would be needed, right? So you can see the total amount, sold items. So these are the samples because it has already been trained on multiple samples, and that's how it identifies. Then you can check it based on the line item fields. So multiple ways to get the data. If you want raw data, you can just download the result and you can get that. AnalyzeID, again, a very great feature, right? If you don't have to manually analyze all the IDs, you get that and you should be able to analyze. I'll also show a pipeline how you can get the data from there, then search it at your database and go ahead with that. This is the driver license, then you have a passport. So in real time, you can see it will be able to analyze the details, the date of birth, document number, first name, last name. So it gives very good results. You just have to choose a specific API you want. Then there are specific details which you can use, right? There are multiple documents which can be analyzed, like payslip, check, identity document, bank statement, and other type of forms. So all of that can be analyzed using that. You also get the confidence score, whether it was able to get the right details or not. So that's also possible. Then bulk document uploader. So in many cases, we might not need to do it in the real time. So we just want to upload specific documents in the S3 bucket, give that detail, choose the features and the API we want. Then it will process the document, download the output, and use the API in production. So that's how it is. You can just download the results and send it to S3 so that it stays in the pipeline, and that's how you can manage that. There is also a feature of custom queries. Based on that, you can create an adapter. Now, creating an adapter is also useful because you can create adapters to add more details and what kind of queries you want to ask. So let me quickly create an adapter called test. It will be automatically updated because underlying textual models gets updated. So this will be updated automatically. And we just create an adapter, and let's say if there is custom queries which you want to enable, so you can do that as well. Once this is there, you can create the data set by adding more and more queries. Then you can add some documents to ensure whether the labeling meets the requirements. If you want, you can train your adapter as well. You can check the performance metrics and other details. So this is another very cool feature which you can use. Let's look at a sample architecture pipeline which we can use when you are using Amazon Textract. So let's say you have a user who uploaded the PDF file or any particular document to Amazon S3. So you can have an application how they can upload it to S3. Then a Lambda trigger has to be set up with S3 and Lambda. So as soon as a document uploaded, a Lambda is triggered. Now Lambda internally will be calling Textract. So Lambda needs to get the data from S3, call Textract, the specific API which you want, then get the result from that. And once that is done, you can send the notification to Amazon SNS. So once the data is analyzed, and the reason why we are using SNS is because this is an asynchronous update. So as soon as we get the data from here, we are just pushing that to SNS. Now SNS can then update that trigger to Lambda. So SNS can also trigger Lambda. So you just send a notification to trigger Lambda, and once Lambda get the results, you can just directly update that to DynamoDB. So there are ways as well. If you are using synchronous analysis, then you just trigger that from Lambda and call Textract, get the data, directly push it to DynamoDB. You don't need these in between. But in case it is asynchronous, you need to have a way, right, to trigger Lambda again. So in that case, you can use SNS. And the reason why we are using this pipeline is because we might have a lot of objects being uploaded to Amazon S3. So in that case, when multiple objects are uploaded, it's not feasible to just trigger one Lambda from another. It's better that we build a pipeline, we have a way to identify where that failed, and then we can go ahead and get that data. So there are multiple use cases for that. The invoice or receipt automation, the KYC identification, medical or legal form intake, then contract clause extraction. These are common use cases how you can use this pipeline. Now there are APIs which we are mentioning. We have Start Document Analysis API, the Notification Channel API, connecting SNS, right? Then Get Document Analysis, because we get the job ID whenever we trigger Textract. We get the job ID and we use that job ID further to get the data. So we get the response there. Once we get that, we use the put item APIs to put that details or the responses in DynamoDB. Now, be very careful about the cost because it is pay per page process. So you have to be careful how many documents you process. Then it's OCR only. If you use, and that is the cheapest tier, you can get forms, tables. Then the cost will differ definitely. Queries per question added. So that's also a cost. So just ensure when you use these forms and tables feature, do you really need? Does your document actually has those kind of attributes? If not, you can skip that. Then just use synchronous operation for single page and async for everything else. If it has multiple pages, it might take some time. So just ensure you do that. And never poll when SNS will already do. So you don't have to worry, and it will tell you when it's done. So that's how the pipeline will work. Now, this is the major question which everyone has. When to use synchronous API and when to use asynchronous? Because the price actually differs. Now, for synchronous cost, right? Just remember, for single page, you can use synchronous. If you try a 20-page PDF on synchronous, you'll get an unsupported document exception. For asynchronous, it returns a job ID. It does not return a result because it's asynchronous. So you must poll using the Get Document Analysis API or subscribe to SMS notification for that. Now also ensure that the S3 bucket region needs to match the Textract region in this case. So it's also important. Now it depends whichever call you take based on your use case, but there are specific limits as well. For synchronous, it's 1 page only, 5 MB for specific type of documents, and 10 MB for other type of document, and the response is in seconds, like 2 to 5 seconds typically. If you want that, good enough. If your client does not support this much latency, you can definitely go ahead with asynchronous and just give them the idea, okay, yes, I have accepted that request. So you can use it when you have real-time uploads, receipt scans, ID verification, and all that. Now, for asynchronous, the limits differ. You can have up to 3000 pages if it's a multi-page PDF, then 500 MB per PDF. S3 only, so you don't have direct upload, so you have to give the link of the S3 bucket. Then it returns a job ID and it takes minutes to complete. So it depends upon the doc size, how heavy it is, and all that. So when you have long PDFs, majorly any batch jobs, if you want to do, you can use that. And remember that queries cost extra, handwriting confidence varies wildly, so you have to test it. So always inspect the confidence whenever you do. So that's what Amazon Textract can do. I hope you like the service. Go ahead and definitely try this out. And just like that, you have learned another AWS service in 10 minutes. Hit that subscribe button if you like this video and comment if you have any questions related to this service or if there is any service you want me to focus next. Happy learning!